complexity taking on MouseSport. We got that little JKS versus Dexter bout, and I cannot wait to get into this one. Already, you know, we're moving into Mirage, the pistol round underway, and there's a lot of questions here. I think this is a very, very hard one to predict, right? You can see the GG.bet odds there, leaning this one in favor of Cole, and I imagine it's that line of thinking similar to the analysts, right? These guys are a team. They are this five, and MouseSports are going through changes, but right now, over in the apartments, it's all kinds of chaos, and ultimately looking like it's going to favor Cole. JKS on those entries. He's not messing around. He's opened up B. Now he's set Cole up potentially to find this pistol.
Double market retake as well. No question about it. Cole just cleaned it up, and for Cole just going about their business. Second round, and to force for MouseSports blame dunking A-Cole down lower. Only Deagles here for MouseSports, and they're already peeling away.
Little quiet now as just this set piece comes in, but Robs is Deagle. Gonna be there to put up the first. BMAS as well, holding alongside him. Now, there's no flashes to enable these kind of free peaks for BMAS. Instead, we're relying on him winning those gunfights outright, and that doesn't happen. They lose these A-side defenders, but Frozen through the smoke. All right, bud. All right, got anything else left in the tank? Oh, bomb plant denied, and now down to a 1v2. It shouldn't have gotten this close. Frozen dealt with one through the smoke. Now the rest of them out in the open, and Frozen is in with a double. Left in the 1v1. It's Rush, other side. While he goes in, and Frozen, he might wish he was made out of ice there because he's melted.
He might get it here. There are Mac 10s in play. He's blinded though. They don't see him, and he misses his shot as well. Rush runs right by, and it's going to be Cole finding an easy round here. That was the only chance really for things to get out of shape for Cole. And now Robs really could just save. It's only a Galil though.
Doesn't have any either. So these SMGs coming into this first buy round, you expect that Mouse might sacrifice that head armor, and now you're going to try and rush them down with a fast A play, but it hasn't worked yet. Config will get one despite being blind, but he can't get the follow-up. A-Core's already pushed through that smoke at bench, and Frozen's holding down the fort. It's all onto Poison, and he's caught with nades in hand. It's a nice idea from Cole, right?
See Sunny do this so much. Just sit in the short smoke, wait for the fade, and then just pounce. No one's ready for him to be so deep, but he does get traded. Config, good reaction. Bomb is loose, but if he can get out away from the AWP, he can pick it back up.
A-Core's taking the long rotate round to CT. MouseSports, they don't have the read on this, so it's Frozen having to hold on to this B site up against all the complexity. And right now, he's not even breaking a sweat. Now the rotations have come through. Frozen with those critical 2 frags, and that is all he's good for, but he bought time for A-Core to move around, and the two
opening be a 1v Renegades. I was thinking, one of my big worries for Dexter was like, we know how good he is as an in-game leader. We know he can frag domestically, but how will that fragging translate to Europe? And he comes to Europe, and the first team he plays is his old team. And like, he started very poor. Like, he was like 2 kills at the half. He did recover, but I was kind of finding that a bit awkward. As is this round, a gun picked up by Poison and putting it to good use.
But Frozen, man, he's having one of these games where he just takes charge. 3 in the round to
thinking, and that nade does further damage. The Robs can finish the job of VMAS tucked in at the sandwich. Not looking to make a meal out of this one though. He cleans up Rush, and Robs helps out with the third. This AWP is taking all of our attention away. Core Robs with the second AWP and pushing Cole. And he's a guy that we look to today to put up a big fight.
That's a meaty nade. And man, these AWPs really are just scary. Everywhere you go, you're running into one of these AWPs. Poison's like, nah, mate, get rid of that. Get it out of the game. That's where Rops emerges with the USP. After recon, he doesn't have this information for the rest of the gang. BMAS, while he's able to adjust, is now trapped back here in CT, getting spammed out. Frozen is the unknown entity, the man that they know nothing about. He's been biding his time here in the back of the site, and now he can tear this round apart. There's the double, and suddenly MouseSports are back in with a fighting chance. JKS in the apartments, and Poison gonna silence Frozen, leaves it all on Dexter. A trial by fire as he goes toe-to-toe with JKS and Poison. Lots of damage, but not quite the killing blow. There it is, and now just old mate JKS, Justin Savage, left to face, up in Palace. The bomber JKS just playing it perfectly. It's the peak. JKS doesn't give it.
The Molotov got to stay or go, got to move somewhere between the fire and flames. Cole are going to commit, but only 2 men make it through, and they won't make it far. Config, crucial trade, drops in by the car. Already rotations through the market. How does Acor hit that shot? He won't last long. Frozen now up for a big task. A lot of players on his plate. Pistol out. He can't stay long. And now it's a 2v2 with guns on the ground and smokes keeping MouseSport out.
Oh, but they go through on the reload. Flames gone, deleted, and now JKS follows up as well.
Unlucky.
Robs with the double. You don't want that, bud. Get it out of there.
Yeah, Frozen actually switched to his pistol, right, in the Abs fight, and so that's because his AK was out of ammo. Blame picks up the
Someone who's clearly feeling it, who's been so good at these multi-kill rounds.
So he's getting moved. They drop in. Spray is good for 1, and he does enough damage that Frozen can find the bomb on the ground. JKS 1 on 4. And no kill being offered up. Good patience by Frozen. Knows that JKS isn't going to be able to stick a bomb plant anytime soon. Tries to catch Acor on a rotate, but ready for all sorts. I was like, right.
Frozen is here, though, and is helping out his new IGL. Only good for 1 this time around, though. And they've also, they've lost this B bomb site. So the rotate's coming in. A 3 on silence. Everyone's pretty worried here for Mouse. They don't really know where Cole can be. It's not like the rotate's
streaking of rounds for MouseSport, but Cole have done a very good spotting towards the apartment. He's going to have a molly ready to throw towards under window. Oh, that's going right in fact. Cole getting crunched. The short split is good, and Dexter has a lot to do.
Yeah, not a lot to get it done with either. Just trying to stay alive, buying time for this player in the market in Acor to get posted up with that AWP. They can't find him yet, but his little tiptoes just might give it away. Still don't know, but that spam should give up the aim of the game. How is Dexter still alive? Oh, there we go. They finally find him, and it is left on to BMAS. That nade could chunk JKS out, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. Thanks to the Tostin with a 1v3 retake to round out the half. And with that first peak, Scott's poison tagged by the AWP. And there it is, 7 to 8 complexity. They damage needed right away. And there it is, everyone's lit red, but Acor, the man to open, doesn't care about your nades. He's going to try and run you down regardless. Blame F at the bench. Oh. And that there is a lock-in. Complexity with it.
And Deagle's out in the second round. We got Poison scoped up, not with the scout, but a little more automatic as the first. MouseSport, I mean, they can wait on ramp, right? They got 2 under players to come through. With his team not up con yet, he's in no hurry.
That's going to leave you a little sour, man. I thought Robs was going to get that. Like, the way he was lining it up, I was like, oh, he's got the angle. Oh, the timing there for Blame's not great. He gets sandwiched, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Doesn't matter, because everyone else is here to mop up the round. And it's all left on to Frozen again. Any more Deagle heroics? No, it's only the 1. So complexity onto Nutware, right? Yeah. You got guys like BMAS. You got guys, even Frozen, right? Even though we accomplished a lot with this MouseSport squad, in terms of time spent on the world stages, it's not very high whatsoever. It's one where, like, you know, you kind of look at like Rops as the most.
The Dexter's even already on the angle, so Config can cross it to the site, but he's not needed because Blame's doing the work. Config finds a shot, and that B split gets locked down. Even though Cole had no one in the bomb site to rotate out, and Rops does have him trapped. Ollie's available, but he's just looking to take the fight. He knows he's not going to get killed on a cross with the players watching the bomb on B, but he can't win his fight out. And Cole
feel uncomfortable. But coming into this second half, your players that you've had over towards mid and A haven't really had like the best opportunity to warm up and get a feeling into this game. You know, and I think that's why right now, like, you look at this scoreboard. Well, BMAS, what was he doing? He was sat CT a lot of the time. He had that one round where he gets the double to like lock it in. That's really like his most memorable moment so far. Rops as well hasn't really been able to accomplish much when he was in that CT side. Acor was like having to go and look for kills. That's how desperate he was getting. The only guys who were seeing anyone in that first half consistently were Frozen and Dexter. And, you know, Frozen, he was like answering the call, but pressuring Dexter, smart move to make. You know, you're trying to put pressure on him. You're trying to make him focus on himself as opposed to what.
Yeah, someone's flipping furniture, all right. Config holding a very tight angle, and they are down a man. I like how tight they're playing. They're not giving anything. They know this AWP is available in middle, and no one is giving away a pick. Acor is going to be hard-pressed to find anything. It's Rops who goes through the ramp smoke, and info is key. So Cole try and grab some on the B side. They see the AWP, and it just runs right away. They go to where they found that earlier pick. Good shot for Poison, but he needs so much more. There's a second. BMAS through the smoke with a bomb down now, and Cole, 3-on-3, they've recovered well.
Thought Poison was about to Chris J MouseSport. Oh, he still could. He's in with a third. As Rush as well, dealing with Dexter, and it is all left onto Frozen again. Now, his Deagle has always made these 1v2s, 1vx's feel like they're close, feel like they're closer than maybe they are, but this time around, that CT player blindsides him, and now the pressure's on, right? Nothing's really been made available to Frozen there.
Round, or Cole will just run away with this game. Window smoke blocked. Robs did it in the first. He needs is a one and done, but you can imagine maybe more will come from it. Poison peeks out maybe a bit too early, and now JKS is really all on him. Robs is ready. He's died from JKS under battle. Frozen's lurked himself inside a B. Can they bail? Robs is committed, but Acor goes back and grabs the bomb. Frozen's seen two players leave, but he dies, and now everything falls into limbo. They lose Robs on A. The bomb's trapped, rotating to a site they no longer have. And so, NT, but Acor, this should be already said and done. They say you want mid, you can have it. We're padded back on the bomb sites. Robs with a scout. Has to hit the headshot or he's dead. And there it is. Beautiful.
I didn't think he would.
No.
I didn't think that was coming in.
Config, head in his hands.
I mean, decoy, really. Now, that's what you're hoping he can do, is like draw the attention away from the players that are actually dangerous.
Oh, what?
Ooh, Dexter getting cheeky with it.
A nade.
A nade might finish the job, although that bomb not quite down in time. Perfect timing for JKS, and Poison reclaiming kills from CT. They deny the bomb plant again. JKS is not letting you have it. And so it's fallen to Frozen and his Deagle. No more heroics from that. 14 on the board for Cole.
Dexter flashing high above it. This double under Balk. This is a death sentence.
Yeah, really, you know, even one of these Molotovs would be horrific to flush out this under setup. But the Molotovs never come in. All that utility that MouseSports have, not a single bit of it outside of the flashbang is throwing. That's an ugly looking round for MouseSports to give away. And it's giving away 15 as well. I don't know, man, I understand.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Frozen, not like it's his fault they're in this position, but he has not really had any kills in this T side at all. I think that was his first.
I'm really happy that we're getting...
Essence and MouseSports need to go. There's a kill at least, but they haven't cleared Rush. They've got to do so now. Robs doesn't fully check it, and Rush gets one. The fake for the frag, but Frozen can't find it, and now they're out of the market. It's done. It's over. GG, Cole. Find their first, find their map pick, and do a man down. Well, it's feeling impossible, but Poison begins things right. He's already found Acor. 3 through the tunnels. JKS peeling back from mid. He's got a flash to set his team in, but MouseSport's already trying to push him in middle. They swap sides. Rob's at the back of the site, and they don't know yet as he taps to the USP, just hiding in. Rush with a double kill in the meantime. Frozen does eventually kill the man in mid, and he's got to win another fight if this round is to be won, because he is on his own in a 1v2. Already on the bomb, they're sticking it. No kit as well. Frozen whiff shots, and the cover is there. Cole somehow, some way, win the round. They pick it up on a retake. If you're not getting a hard B play in, then running it up catwalk and trying to get a bomb ball. But no, they don't commit. And actually, Frozen picks up the deke. Blame goes very wide. Second nade should do everything, but Poison doubts himself. Will finally come through, but they're going to make it past. EMAS down to 2 points of health. On a B-lurk, but this isn't really going to hold too much value at this point. No one's rotating and retaking for the CT spawn. Config could have stopped the plant, but a kill will do instead, and everyone's falling like flies here for MouseSports. Robs can kill across on long, but that's best case scenario, and bonus for Cole too. Poison on the scout. BMAS, fast out long. He's just looking away from the flashes. They're going to try and push the smoke. He wins his fight and does even further damage in the second. Dexter helps out too. And this is a good start for MouseSports. Kills going their way on long. Conceding is Poison. MouseSports in terms of just clearing out this round. I say that, Cole looking to crunch. They've peered into middle. It's going to be punish play. Robs with one. Config can finish the job on 2 low players here. Poison's coming in from above, and Robs is dead as well. There was a chance, and there may still be. Config lines up a double, but Frozen. No, you're always here, Harry. What are you talking about?
I jogged back while some packages aren't getting delivered. You know what is getting delivered in this round? That bomb up the catwalk, Hugo. Poison falling back over here towards the crossroads, looking for a way in with the AWP, and he's in with the first. So that bomb actually won't reach its destination, funnily enough. Bit of a reoccurring theme today, as it's all left onto Dexter in the 1v3.
Yeah, Molly dropped both CT players. They lob a nade in, a couple of them in fact, but It's not going to do all too much. Dexter trying to pick fights, and they're both waiting. Guess one, but not the other. And Cole win in on the retake. Another retake with no kit. Who needs problem? Let's hope his barrel doesn't stick through, but he takes a shot and backs up. Config sees a player coming up mid, calls for the flashes. JKS sets him up. It's perfect. Config spots a second player coming through and deals with them well. It's only 8 cores orb. They've already pushed long. That's a nice flick. But a 1-on-4 with a bomb down, it's not happening. Blame just swings with the flash and
Poison. He's all about the finer details, trying to delete people with that AWP, but instead he's gone to the Deagles. Blame doesn't realize that BMAS has snuck by, and well, I was going to say maybe BMAS has opened the round up, but Rush has just closed that door pretty firmly on Mouse. Oh, Config, little overzealous there, buddy. You don't want to go thinking you've won the round before you've won the round. It's not over till the big Deagle sings, and never around you are meant to retake if you are Complexity. JKS.
For Cole to be ready for this B play, and that they are.
Oh, Rops. Good for the trade at least, but it's that bomb dropped in middle that's going to cause you trying to get some information hopping across the window, but even then he didn't really see anything. And that's going to put even more fear in you if you're Mouse. There's the peak. Rops somehow does deal with the first man, but there's that re-peak from the AWP in CT.
They drop into the spawn. And that's not really been ascertained yet, but Poison with a missed flick, and Rops does get that kill. Swinging wide is BMAS, only good for a kill on Frozen, and he's now all that stands in the blink of an eye. 1-on-3, hunting this kill along. Rush escaping, and he does get out alive with a bomb in no man's land as well. He has to kill JKS, and he doesn't even know he exists. So shot through the box.
Or punishable by top teams. To maybe fly under the radar when the competition you're up against isn't able to punish you for those same things. You know, they become kind of a habit, a bad habit at that.
Insult to injury in this round. Cole jumping around and just getting kills. 15 seconds, a good
That was
flash.
nice.
Didn't need the one tap, but it certainly works. Bomb can be planted unless the jump shot comes in, and of course it does. Of course for Poison, Rush is tucked, so Poison can stay here and re-peak, but he's not going to get one yet. There's the trade. Dexter dead. 2 more men out. He doesn't know about the second one. He's being baited. It's good bait, but Acor won't commit. If he waits for Frozen there, I think he never dies, and Frozen gets a freebie, but instead it's another trade that favors the side of Cole. Robs his scout in a 1-on-3, and well, it's already looking pretty rough, pretty tough. And only the tag to blame. 11 remaining.
And how Cole had all of it. Well, they're going to be on track to... And so at that point, it's like the world's your oyster, right? You can do so much more with...
Rotation down. You've got to push the smoke here if you're Config, and you've got to make a play. He almost does. 1 for 1 is good enough, but Dexter decks the B player, and now it's a save for Cole again. That's a great sped fast round for MouseSport. The exact recipe for disaster on what Cole would...
But BMAS is out of ammo. Dexter's trying to lend a helping hand, and there it is. Big Dexter. Oh, but Rush, and with a response, how on earth has he gotten it so close? Rops is still there at the elevator with that MP9 Frozen. A lot of pressure here to put up numbers, and he's not crumbling under it. Instead, he's looking to do right by the rest of MouseSport, and here he is, trying to lock in this B play. Is good with 3. He set BMAS up maybe for an attempt at the 1v2. Config.
Heard it.
He's aware. But awareness is one thing, and I hear the long play. Dexter does more than hear the long play, man. He's trying to help get it back under wraps. Dexter's gone. It's the 2 Danes over at long moving in together. Don't love it, don't like it, but BMAS is trapped at the elevator and getting whittled down by Blame F at long. Config wraps around from behind.
Rush, and he's going to get a lot of damage off. Blame trades Rops above the balcony, and B is lost, and the round with it, right?
It might just be the save, and you really don't...
Cat boosting. BMAS is up there. I imagine he's been boosted. He's very fast.
So that's something at least. However, Config doubling up over towards that A site. And by the way, this isn't even the real play. Like, this is just the fake. Look at how he's done it. He's in A. He is in A. And Rops is like, well, I might just save. And then he hears the footsteps in B. Suddenly he realized, I don't even think Cole were expecting Config to do that well.
No.
They check for BMAS. This is where you need Dexter on the swing to put up some numbers and get these trades, and he is delivering that at least. Helped out by Frozen, and a missed shot for Poison means that bomb is dropped at long, and so suddenly this plan that was coming together for Cole has been uprooted play and just going, I'll give up this side, I'll go help Dexter. We trade favorably at long, and then worst case.
But they've grouped B. Blame is going to be coming in on a mid play again with this smoke. Oh, that is the, yeah, that's what I was waiting for. The door smoke thrown for the same position he threw the CT1 the other round. And door smoke comes down. It's all on Rops at the back of the site. He needs support. Dexter has to play from the window. And that's actually a bit of a perch for him. Peeking in from above, only good for one. Config and JKS with kills to open up B. And Cole should surely keep this one.
The money, the morale, it's all getting low. MouseSport.
Once more. Blame lining up the mid to B. Rush throws in his own as well. And it's the door smoke coming in. Robs, he gets a shot before it blooms. Oh dear, a follow-up through the door. And the smoke is missed as well. Disappeared into thin air. Frozen holds B well. Poison gets through, but Frozen trades places in the smoke. And Poison's confused. He doesn't know where he's gotten to. Robs is even tucked to the car. And he's going to back up into his opponent. Bomb dropped. Blame F. Another 1-on-4 that he can't do. And MouseSport's up to double digits. He won't get them too far out. It does at least cause a distraction, meaning Dexter only gets one kill. Rush glocks him. Acore taps back with a default pistol of his own. And Config, well, he'll send him packing, but not for long. It's a round for Mouse. He was
BMAS and Dexter with this crossfire, and while they're focused on BMAS, Dexter's given his time to shine. Only good for one, so Blame F readjusting is now ready for an even fight, but the flash rains in as Acore does everything he can to turn that in the advantage of Dexter. JKS, a big clutch on his plate, a 1v4 turned 1v3 to find, and the AWP already on the angle. This one should be sealed, signed, and delivered. You've been with that weapon. So it's pretty pivotal. Not only that Robs takes a couple down with him if a B play comes in, but that AWP does not find its way into enemy hands. And already losing Dexter, these are the rounds that can slip away from you so damn quick, and they're feeling that now. Robs with this AWP, don't worry, he's not in a giving mood. He takes them all out of the round, and he puts up third. So Rush gets out of there, Poison runs them down, it's down to the 1v1, and Acore moving in, taps Rush out, and that there is 14 for Mouse.
As artist
passive, there's one, the tag to Config, Acore in with another, looking to prove himself, looking to shine, and Acore trying to take MouseSports to overtime, there it is, this game's going the distance. He falls in mid to a fast long play that blindsides MouseSports. It's about 2vx. Rush on the entries. Oh, all the entries at that. However, him and Config have both been silenced in tandem. And now this strat really does start to fall apart.
Yeah.
You know, Blame's here alone. Like, what's he even able to do? It doesn't get the kill onto Frozen, and now they know about him. He sounded the alarm. He's rang the dinner bell. And MouseSports, they're hungry, not just for him, but for this victory. There it is. The push through the door should seal the deal. Blame in with one, but so little time. They don't want to throw it away. He's got to get the kill, and BMAS is up close, but he just about holds on.
Right, like he knows he's at the whim of whether, when he's sticking that, he's at the whim of whether he gets rushed or not, and you never know. Robs is now taking matters into his own hands and pushing the lower tunnels out of spawn. He doesn't know about the other man. He might get caught, but Robs swivels on the round. Well, right there, that could have been complexities on A. Instead, they're just scampering.
A step up. You need someone to deliver. Blame F and Poise. Oh, look at all that damage. Where's it even come from? They've got it down to a 3-on-3, but man, everyone is wounded. Everyone is ill, and the only man with any HP is gone. Rush and Poison, one shot away. Now just Rush. We'll get it down to the 1v1, but it's Robs. It's the big hitter. It's the man that's caused you all the problems. Rush is quick, though. I'm waiting. These three players need to be hitting their shots. They need to be nailing this one down. They had the info. They had that gift. And now you're looking at the rest of the gang to piece it together. The AWP tags, but it doesn't deal the killing blow. And so Poison's now a problem. He's hiding from this long player, not giving the kill over, and he tries to swing it. Rops will lock it in. Just Config left standing to deny map point to MouseSport, and a double AWP to try and go up against in the retake. This is far from ideal.
We'll just bail. Rush gets one out of the long side. They're going to try and hunt him down. Can he find two? No. BMAS with the kill. Robs dies in the B tunnels to JKS's AWP, so that's something for Cole as they aggress, knowing the...
From bad to worse in this one. Config's now moving in as well. He knows they have to commit to A. MouseSports, they hop, skip, they jump, but they don't get by. In fact, they go down. It's Poison with with the double, and Config swinging in late to put...
Great also assist on long.
Oh, that nade.
Oh, it could be big, and it's a dunk down. Acor Dex blame. There's Rops on the way, and he does catch a player off of B. One more is here. JKS has fired off the orb to kill Acor. Rops knows to try and kill Rops from the top of middle. He can't see him in this position. Rops is tucked. Rops is playing this
position of Dexter. So this pistol round now, explosive to begin. MouseSports with a double opener. Poison doing everything he can to hold on to ramp, but he doesn't want to throw any more problems in the way of Cole, so he's just going to try and... I was going to say be a bit more passive in this, but actually he's just taken all the fights. He's taken all the risks. And with Poison, maybe they're not risks after all. He's turned it back in the advantage of Cole. And this push now, grinding hole. I think the plan was, Mouse were like, okay, well, if Rops is in A, let's try and get into hell, get the bomb there. But Blame is here and he might just catch him. Oh, the timing's been missed. Config's like, don't worry, Blame, I got it. I'll do right by you. And he drops that bomb out in the open. Rops playing the trigger discipline, in with the first, the star of that last map, now offered up in a 1v3. Hesitated a moment there. Will commit to the A side plant. Config can see him.
Changes. Cole stayed very much ahead of it, afloat. So a pistol round taken. Smokes outside for Mouse. Oh, deleted through it is Dexter. Doesn't even see his opponent. And Poison's trying to stop the cross to Secret as well. He checks Silo. No one's dropping main quick. MouseSports will be able to get down towards the lower bomb site, or at least towards a Secret. That's a big pick for Robs. At this point, you just unleash him. You tell him you can do whatever the hell you want to do, and he'll do it. Rob's looking for more. He can only get damage. 2 HP for Poison and a double lower rotate for Cole. They are ready and waiting.
Yeah, they've seen it now. And Blame F has got some heads to click on. There they are. Oh, those heads are moving around a lot, though. And now it's down to this 2v2.
Yoink.
Poison's low as well. So this round, really, a lot of it is falling onto the shoulders of Rush. Now, he's hit a good timing in through the vent. This wrap, it gets deked out by Acor. And Poison dropped by Frozen with the Org. Starts, Hugo. I like that, that it's like, there's no way time on that Dust game. Rops had 206, I think it was, ADR. He went 14-4 in OT.
Wow. Saved Armadillo. Above the smokes will give at least the info that these smokes are fake smokes for MouseSport, so that's actually big. We'll confirm that, so Blame sticks around. However, MouseSport might just take this A site. Rops has been very active inside of the hut and just getting room and figuring out where these stacks are and where they aren't, most importantly. A is empty, open for the taking, and with the Poison dead, there is no way into this round for Cole. Just the mop up. And it's clinical. 3 from Dexter and 3 to...
Clean for MouseSports means their money is in a great space early on. So this is going to be a real grind for Cole to get back into this. They lose Poison.
Oh my.
Blame. They know you're here now as he drops that smoke to keep himself alive. They've got him trapped over here in Secret. The nades are raining in, and Rops is putting bodies in bags elsewhere. A blink of an eye, it's just down to 2 for Complexity and Blame F. Well, he is good to stand the test of time down here in Secret. He is looking worse for wear. And this is already gearing towards a save, an incredibly dominant first rifle round. And now we're really seeing the effect of this money, because next round...
From Rops running out the hut to just splitting main quick. Not enough resistance for Complexity to hold on to that behind this box. Oh, they might find out the hard way, or maybe for him, because BMAS is looking to clear it, and that's a kill. No M4 for you. JKS saves his. Here's that ladder as well. He heard it. Config going above. And I think he might have Robs here trapped in the corner. He doesn't know. Free kill for Config, but they're already out the door with the bomb as well. Committed. Oh, MouseSports, they need the kills, and Dex is full of them. Double up towards A. Molly in main, 2 in the heaven for Cole, but Sean
catch Frozen here in the back of the lobby. And maybe that spurs you on to give this retake a go, but even then, Frozen looks very, very cautious. Ooh. Not cautious enough, as Blame F will dispatch of him, and now that Scout chiming in with another. Suddenly, this has gone from looking like a lock-in to a very lethal round for Mouse. Dexter spammed, and they hear it. They hear the connections. BMAS, all eyes on him as he's around these silos looking for any way out, looking to keep this round alive for MouseSports. Plays it to perfection with the swing, and the spray transfer is flawless.
And you can see how much hype brings, but it's surprising how cool and calm Dexter looks. Clutch is coming out of the wazoo. Blame F coming out of B. Sneaking up the stairwell, he might be a bit late to the party. MouseSport have already come into this A site. BMAS is running wild through the hut with Rops as well, looking for a double opener. He locks out the Heaven player with the AWP, and he swings into one outside. Oh, it's a set trap for MouseSport, and they've caught many targets. Acor doesn't let Jake in every way, shape, and form, and that's a great shot for Rush. All the Deagle doing damage outside as well. BMAS beelining towards B. Flame. Oh, very close, but not getting any kills here. Still Cole sit a man up with a gun gifted to Rush.
Yeah, this is a scary round. You know, you've lost Rops early on. You're in a 4-on-5, and you've got no map control. You're walking into real murky waters, and there's no shining light off in the distance to guide you. Config faking that decon door, trying to feign the idea that he's left and gone away.
Oh, no.
Acor bailing out his friend. An awkward halt here. Cole, they're still not sold on this idea of it being the B play. They're still paranoid.
On MouseSports' relaxation, JKS might find all the kills here, but he can't win the round, and he might just get backstabbed by BMAS. There it is. And MouseSport.
These smokes fade. With it comes the push into Frozen. That double peak, perfectly timed.
He called it an impossible comeback, and it's going to take the smartest person, not or the best leader, to pump your team up and continue going. And as we know, Blame is great at that. Because MouseSports have no fear. Why would they?
That might be how this event goes down in the history books, unless we see them switch it up and grind their way back in. And that's the kind of shots you would need to get you there. Config onto the AK, nice. Double up, and now the rest of the gang try and rush in as well. They do lose JKS at ramp. That is a huge window of opportunity for Mouse.
They go all the way around the world. And what also happens in the same round, Cole dropped, they've read into things and pre-rotate and make an early move. MouseSports dodge it. And so, yeah, Dexter, huge value in this team right now. Let's hope that keeps up. Robs will finally get punished for a play out the vent. Tries to sneak through the door. It's a spray from Rush to find an opener. And that's something for Cole. But as we've known,
yeah, Cole, they just want anything to break this momentum, right? Anything to stop Mouse being this far ahead and make them play a little more respectfully. And this could be that round. This could be one of the turning points, potentially. Poison doubling up, and there's the crossfire from Rush in main. It's left onto BMAS with another 1v3 on his plate. He was able to win the last one, but this time the odds are really stacked against him. The crossfire between Rafters and CT Vent is a very tricky one to navigate. Oh, the Molotov pull, not well timed. You wanted to flush.
Traded by Dexter.
Complexity have got absolutely no idea that he can be here. Dexter has hit a perfect timing as they drop players down. Poison's hit a timing of his own. Acor from the heavens above, but it's Poison with the lineup. And now the AWP retrieve. Dexter from the heavens rains down that death into the A site. There's 15 seconds. They need to get this bomb, or they need to get these kills. And Dexter arriving late to the party, cancelled out by Config. It's all onto Frozen. He's tasked with the impossible. There's the first, but through the wall is Poison.
And it was both A players, and they can just commit to the plant and deal with Poison later, but they get stuck. Going back to deal with him cost them the round, and now back-to-back rounds for Cole. They start believing again. Maybe the chance of 6.5. It's not perfect, but you take what you can get when elimination is on the line.
I don't think any comebacks off the card. That's what I've learned, right? Yeah. You know, Cole, all you need is a little bit of belief. MouseSport showed us that already. Oh, so close to finding one another. Doesn't know the Rops is this deep, and there he is, deleted at ramp. That's going to force the rotate out of Poison, but Rops is ahead of it. Oh, he caught him jumping down. All right, he was ahead of it, but you can't fall faster than bullets fly. BMAS with the opener in a B, but that pesky AWP is here again, and once more, it's delivering up the goods. Finally cancelled out by Acor. In come the rotations, the cavalry arriving, and look at that, very aggressive from Config, only good for one. And so these are the moments, right, you need Blame F to deliver. These are the moments he's often so good in playing these clutches, these 1v2s. The bomb's exiting out through ramp. Now this temporarily gives them a 1v1, but Blame isn't taking that chance. He's waiting for a bomb plant that's never going to happen, because that bomb is going up into heaven. And as you say it, Hugo, it's around the world and into this A site. Blame clueless as to...
Team's going, wait, what? B's clear? That's just insulting. Honestly, that call in the 2v1 to leave B when you have it for free. And Blame's just got to run. He's just got to hope they are right above him, and he is dead man walking, dead man climbing, frozen.
Be a bit more forgiving. You know, Blame has someone who takes a lot of responsibility in leading this team, but it's Dexter, the brand new addition to MouseSport, in his head, rent-free, and leading MouseSport to a commanding lead on this third map. Katowice on the line. And they're looking destined for it. It's Blame F alive again to round out this one in a 1v4.
The Stills rush on 5, JKS 3, Config 6, Poison. He's got 17. He has been clearing it, Blame holding for a second, almost finds 2. Acor with a fast flick. His fingers are quick, and they even kill the AWP in garage as well to make mad. Oh, you would just drop B here. No. MouseSports walk into the garage. They take the bomb even further into where no man has gone before. And JKS goes back to the lobby as he gets headshot in hell. Oh my dear Lord, this is it. 12-3 at the half. Nothing Config can do about it. And MouseSports, they're down the vent, but at this point, so are MouseSports, dropping rotations from the ramp side, and even a secret player as well, looking to deny that plant and any chance of making this comeback a reality. A pistol had to happen for Cole. You know, they can win the force, right? And we say how that's sometimes better, but at this point, 13-3. Smoke in the way, and Frozen taps him out. Acor helps with the SMG as well, going to jump up, and he does die, but Frozen keeps the round alive for a second at least. Blame crosses to Secret, and JKS needs this kill if they want to win this force buy, but he won't be able to finish the job, and he's lost his in-game leader in the process. That's the finishing blow, but of course BMAS gets the dink in, and that should seal the deal with a wraparound from Robs. MouseSport.
Oh, they're laughing all the way to the bank. Buys in. Back 10s, that's all you've got, and into Rops, into the ramp room, the Maws of the Beast, the man who made it all possible on Dust 2, now looking for the ace to put 15 on the board for Mouse, and here he is, out with the USP and lusting for blood, but Blame F just won't give the kill over. He wants that at the very, very least. Close, and yet you won't make the cut. An impossible,
harrowing situation to be in. Rush lining up the main smoke, just trying to pop into this A side. Dexter's blinded, Molly does go down though, and Frozen has a bit of a mow down with the AUG. BMAS taking a kill, and this is all looking done.
Yeah, where one Aussie king has fallen, other Aussie royalty shall rise. MouseSports